Okay, guys, I've been babbling to myself for the last 5 minutes and really hoping now that I'm not babbling to myself anymore. Please, people, let me know if you can see me because
It's coming up this time.
it's coming up this time.
But yes, now we can see your face.
All right. Okay, I have literally been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes because I went live, saw somebody say, "Hi, Deb," and thought you were talking to me. So I've been chatting away, wondering why you were all flat out ignoring me, thinking, wow, we're a bit rude tonight, but okay, keep going. And you guys didn't actually even know I was there. So, I'm glad you can see me now.
It was so funny, you missed a lot.
So I've shown you all how to join the Full Persian 6 and 1 and everything before I realised that you guys couldn't see me. So I'm finished. I've given the prize away. No one answered the question, so bad luck, you missed out. All right, I guess I will start again. Yeah, that was a bit funny. I just happened to press start streaming as you guys, I think we're talking to Deb D, and I thought you were talking to me. So you're going to have to change your name. That's all I can say. Oh, Jane, don't worry. I was a bit late too, so don't worry about it. All right. So, again, tonight is our live chat session for those that have never been along. So I'm not particularly demonstrating one weave, just answering any questions, doing our giveaway and stuff like that. So I have been requested to show you guys how to join two pieces of Full Persian 6 in 1. So I'll do that tonight. And other than that, I don't have a great deal planned. So if you guys have got any questions or anything you want to chat about, or go for it. It's an open session. Yes, Deb D, it's all your fault. That was just really bad timing on my behalf. Anyway, I'm going to switch this over to the other camera and get started again on showing you guys how to join these two pieces of Full Persian. All right. So here we go. I've got my two pieces, Full Persian. We want to make sure that the first piece ends with our two center rings being on the outside here like this, and that our other end looks like this. Okay, so our first step is to, I'm going to do this in a different color so hopefully we can see. Now my black ice are going to be the ones in the middle, and I'm just, to start with, I'm just going to join the two pieces together. So I've got one ring in place, second ring. Now we will need to move these rings into position. It doesn't really matter so much just for the moment. Okay. So basically these rings need to, oh, wait a minute. I've got it around the wrong way. My apologies. We want these ones to sit inside because we're maintaining this V pattern. So I'll take that back. These ones need to sit inside. The other ones will wiggle out of position, but we don't need to worry about that too much. Sort of put it on the outside there. Okay. So to maintain this V pattern, this end, they've got to stay on the inside. This end, these new rings have got to go on the outside. They will wriggle out of position a little bit until you start locking them into place. So try and put them on either side of the V, but take notice of them as you're locking them into place. So the next ring we want to place are these ones here, the silver ones. So this is where we need to make sure that these previous rings that we've placed are sitting on the outside. So we want that to go through these two silver rings, at the same time picking up the other 4 rings, our coloured rings. So I find it easy to just slip through there, pick that first one up. You can see I've got it, making sure that it's on the outside of the middle ring. And we've got to go through, we've got to pick up the 2 black ice rings in this case. And then we need to also pick up the other lime green ring on the other side, making sure that it's on the outside of the black ice. It is a little fiddly. And then once you've got it through the green one, take it through the silver ring on the other side. So we've got to go through between the 2 silver rings and going through all 4 of our AA rings that are forming the V. And we haven't finished yet. We've got to bring that all the way around. And this time it sits on top of the silver rings, and the piece that we're joining underneath goes through the 2 aluminium rings, and then we get to close that up. Okay. It is very tight. So you can see that ring's in position now, so it's keeping the position here and here. And then you just flip your work over to the other side. And do the same thing. But again, this time it's easier because all your rings are being held in place. So we go through the middle of the silver rings, picking up all 4 of the coloured rings up the top here, making sure we go through all 4 of them, through the silver rings on the other side, swinging it around. This time we're going to sit on top of the silver rings, but still picking up the 2 AA rings and then closing it up. There you go. Okay, so hopefully that helps. I can't remember who asked. I want to say something like Scott or Steve, but there it is there for prosperity if anybody wants to join it up. It's just a matter of looking at your pattern and making sure you keep all your rings in pattern. It's a fairly easy join. It's just a little fiddly to make sure you've got all those rings in the right spot. Okay, so that's it. That's all I've got. All I've been requested to do. So what I'm going to do now then is do this. Woohoo! There I am. I don't know if anybody was asking anything in chat, Chris.
Not a lot of highs. So hi to everyone. The deputy said something about joining and splitting for the heart is the bigger headache. I wasn't sure she was talking about full Persian.
Full Persian hearts, yeah. I don't have anything ready here, so I can't show you anything like that, but I did have a sheet for that once because I did it for a workshop. Yeah, it's just fiddly, Daryl, that getting that first ring in there, and then once it's done that, it's fine. But I said full Persian is a really easy pattern to follow, so generally I don't find that too much difficulty there. Right leaning top row, Dawn. So this is mine that I started today. So you can see that that top row, this one here, is leaning to the right. Yeah, I like full Persian, Shirley. I didn't when I first started doing it. It grew on me, basically. So how's everybody going with their patches? I know a few people have started today like me. Must have been the weather for it or something. Is Wes on? I haven't seen Wes.
No,
Wes
I
come
haven't
on?
seen Wes tonight.
I was just wondering how many he had received so far. So I'm going to try and mail here, babe, at the same time. So if something pops up, can you let me know?
I'll let you know.
Okay. Going to start tomorrow, Shirley. What are you doing again, Shirley? I can't remember. I can't remember what everybody's doing. I don't think we've got any spaces available at the moment, do we, Chris?
No. I'm happy to have them on a reserved list.
Yeah. Redback, yes. 32 minutes to do a row. I did, when I started it, I think I did about, what have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it took me about 2 hours to do 7 rows today. But I'm not rushing, so there was a lot of stopping. I was actually catching up on some Marvel movies, so there was lots of stopping and watching the action shots. First, oh, Natalie, yes, yours were the dragons, weren't they? You changed your design. Yeah, I like your new design.
That heart in the middle looks really good.
Drooling over Thor. I actually wasn't watching Thor this time. Getting ready to watch the new Marvel movie. I actually watched Ant-Man today because I hadn't seen Ant-Man yet, so I watched that today. Yeah, I think there's a couple of us that put our hands up for 2 patches if we need to. We have had one drop out already, but we also had someone who wanted to join in, so we were able to cover that one fairly quickly. %, excellent.
Row 45, so we've got 5 to go.
5 to go, nearly done, Dawn. No. New movie is good. Yeah, my daughter went yesterday.
Yes.
Yep, our daughter went yesterday. So we've been told she's coming coming when we go and watch it again. She was saying how she kept crying and all sorts of things, so looking forward to it. Oh, well, Kate, you're not allowed to say anything.
I reckon half the planet's going to go watch this one. Quite popular.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen Black Panther. That's the only one that Kira seems to think that we should watch before we see this, because I haven't seen the Spider-Man one either, but she didn't think that was such a big deal. Oh, that's good, Anna. The Zurons are good tools.
Well, that's one of our prizes tonight.
Yes, we're actually giving away 2 prizes tonight. The first one, yeah, Kira went and saw Black Panther last week, so she could get all caught up to see the latest one. What's it called? I'm not
Avengers.
good. Yeah, I'm not good with names. What's it called? Anyway,
that one.
The latest Avengers movie. So she did Black Panther last week, did the Avengers this week. Spider-Man.
Trivia.
Infinity Wars. Thank you, Julie. Where would I be without you, hun? All right, so as I was saying, we're actually giving 2 prizes away this week. One of them is 3 of our most popular Xuron pliers. So the chain nose, the short nosed, and the wide short nose pliers will be the prize that's open up for everyone. And I've also got a Maille Club pack left over. I made up one too many this month. So we'd like to give that away to somebody who perhaps isn't in the Maille Club already but would like to have a taste of what the Maille Club is. So we've got 2 of those prizes up for grabs tonight. If you are a Maille Club member and you know somebody who would like to receive the Maille Club, then you know, we're happy for you to give us a name and an address to send it to. But we'll get onto those in a little minute. Markets every weekend for the next 2 months. What's Rosalind talking about, Chris? Did I miss part of that?
No, I've missed it too then.
What are you talking about, Rosalind? I'm not sure what's going to happen actually. What's going to happen, honey? Missed that. I'll just get to the end of the row and we'll do first giveaway, I guess. Your spot in the quilts.
Oh, okay.
So you want to drop out, Rosalind, for sure, or? All right, well, Caitlin, we might have a spot for you then, if you're still here with us. If Rosalind doesn't feel she can do it. Okay, nearly done. Caitlin, say yes now. I think it might be an idea. Okay. All right, no problems, Rosalind. It's fair enough. Caitlin, if you're still with us, love, and you want to take part of the quilt, what do you want to do, Chris? Do you want to... Well, you're in charge of names, not me.
Yeah, I've just got another person who's put their hand up first.
Oh, who was that?
Mike David.
Oh, of course, I forgot. Yeah.
So I'll talk to Mike and get back to Caitlin.
Yeah, I forgot about Mike. Sorry, Mike. He's not here tonight either, is he? Okay. Hey, Gail. Lovely to see you. All right, so I'll do... Which one shall I do first, Christopher? You pick.
Look, do the Aussie Maille.
The Maille Club one?
Maille Club one.
All right. So this is what everybody received in the Maille Club for May. So hopefully most of you should be getting your Maille Club packs or get it soon. All right, so the Loop prize in May was these 2 sets of pliers. So one's a round nose, one's a side cutter. We got these because you'll need these to complete one of the bracelets that we've got in the pack. So the Maille Club this month got the 2 sets of pliers, and we've got 3 different ring kits. There's a bracelet in each of these. This one, there's a bracelet and a pendant kit in it. So this is up for people who either aren't Maille Club members, or if you are a Maille Club member and you think you know somebody who'd love to have a free taste test, then you should have these, Jane. So if you are a Maille Club member, I do ask that you give us the name of someone that we can send these on to, so somebody who isn't already getting one of these sets. So if you want to put your name or your friend's name in for the draw to possibly win this, just type Maille Club into the chat now. We'll take note of that. We'll do our normal business of putting it into a spreadsheet, assigning a number, randomly drawing it, and blah, 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 blah. So if either yourself or a friend would like to get this pack, so this is exactly what our Maille Club members for May got. God, Jesus, I'm tripping over myself tonight. Type just Maille Club. And for those that are Maille Club members, we will be asking for the name and address of someone else to send it to. Okay. So Chris is going to take a copy of all of that for you. And as I said, we've got a second prize, and we'll do that in a little bit.
So this has got a time limit, and we'll tell them when to stop. So any latecomers won't get a chance at this one. Sorry, latecomers.
There you go. The boss man has spoken.
God for a friend. I like that.
Yeah. As I said, I really want this one to go to somebody who doesn't have a Maille Club subscription with us, just so they can have a taste test. But as I said, it's absolutely everything that a full member would get. So the loot items plus what is basically four kits. Okay, and just to give you, should I give them a little idea of what's in next month, what the kit pieces are?
Yeah. Like teasing them.
Might as well. All right, so the first week we're doing JPL 5. The kit we'll be demonstrating is the JPL 5 in the square rings. So you'll get the square rings. Now, there's 3 different color combinations. And then the kit we won't be demonstrating, but it's part of week 1, and you'll get the instructions for this as well. And this is what you need the pliers and that for, is just this beaded bracelet with the JPL 5 in the bright aluminium. So that's the first week. And the second week, if I can find my goodies, which is week 3, we're doing this one, which is the B2 weave. And this one is the bracelet and pendant kit. Okay. So that's the 2 new kits for May. So you taking notice, babe?
I am.
Taking names.
So I'm thinking if you're ready to.
Kim, I've missed your news.
She's had some good prognosis with the kids.
Oh, it's good. That was from the surgery?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's good news, Kim. Ah, Scott Stephen. Scott, you were the guy that you were the person who wanted the full Persian joining demonstrated, which I've already done. So you'll have to watch the replay. Okay. Michelle, what's happening with Michelle?
Judy wants to know how we did the certificate.
How we did the certificate? We employed slave labour, and we made our daughter do all the certificates. Basically, it's that foil.
Yeah, the heat activated.
The heat activated foil. So you print with a laser printer. You print your design first, and then you can buy this particular foil, which you lay over the top of your printed sheet, and you put that through generally a heat source. So we put it through our laminator, and it embeds in what do you want to call it?
Just it melts to the plastic in the toner is what it actually does.
Okay, there you go.
And then you peel it off.
And then you just peel it off, and the foil stays there. So yeah, that was. We made our poor daughter do all those. She was a bit sick of them by the end of it. All right. So Sunshine Beaters Workshop. Okay. So that's going ahead. I haven't been keeping up with that. Embossers. Thank you, Caitlin. Yeah, I'm not good with words. All right, so does anybody else have any questions or anything that they want to discuss tonight? Anything in relation to quilts or... Oh, I know. Did you guys want to have a look at the rings?
The dark bright aluminium.
The dark bright aluminium. The dark bright aluminium.
Welcome to the dark side, people. Daryl will like it.
So that's basically the difference. If you can see it in that light. So the dark one is the one on top. It's not a huge difference, but it was enough of a difference that we decided we couldn't sell it as a standard stock item. And to show you the difference in the rings, so you love these sessions, Anthea? Alright, so this is our normal shiny stuff. And this is, I'll try not to get it all mixed up because then I'll have to sit there and pull it apart. And that's the darker stuff. So you can see the difference. Yeah, we're under very bright lights at the moment. So it really, it's coming up quite shiny, but you can just see the difference in the colour. So it's still very shiny. We still tumble it and do all of the stuff that we did, but for some reason the material is just darker. Okay. I don't know, Shirley, that Wes would want his address posted online. So it's his call. He's the one who's joining them all for us, and he's asked that we contact him separately for his address. Yeah, it's still BA, Shirley. It's still the same alloy. It was just a different brand, if you could call it a brand. Our normal supplier was out, so we had to go to somewhere else. And oh, hello, Wes. There you are. Look at that. Speak of the devil.
He turns up.
Just pops in, doesn't he? So we had to go to a different place because we're running low and the other guys weren't going to have it in time for us. And it ended up being the completely wrong stuff anyway.
Well. What have they been doing? Those two have been doing?
Stephen and Wes. Yeah. Definitely couldn't leave them alone in the room by themselves, could you?
No.
Yeah, just tag Wes, or if you can't find, or ask somebody to tag, and he will get back in contact. He's very good at getting back in contact with you straight away. Wes, while we've got you, how many finished pieces have you received? Just wondering. Your horns were burning. Yeah, I believe it.
He said they'd send him a message.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions or anything? Any issues they want brought up? Not mine. Not your what? Your finished piece, Stephen? Five rows in. Oh, well, I'm just a little bit ahead of you. I only just started today. You missed the first competition question, Stephen. Sorry. Can't go back to it. Chris's rules. We've closed the first one down. We're giving two things away tonight.
It's okay. The second one's just as good as the first. Never do an outline again.
An outline. I don't think. Wes, I don't think. Did Wes answer my question? Oh, here's one other. Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing mine, Wes. I promise. You can see I'm doing it. Took me a while to start it, but mine's fairly easy, so hopefully. Yeah, I'm loving it. Kate, I put the two colours together with the Olivia bracelet because I just had the leftovers sitting on my desk, and then I decided that was what I was going to do my patch in. I quite like it. It's sort of Aussie Maille colours too, so which was another reason to go ahead with it.
So Michelle's asked what the quilt's going to be used for, which is charity raffle is our current plan for it. And Sonia's asking a good way to clean mail.
Well, that depends on what the metal is. So if you're talking AA and BA, Sonia, then just some warm soapy water. Rub it between your hands if it's a small piece. Rinse it off and dry. If you're talking stuff like copper and things like that that actually tarnishes, then vinegar dips are usually good for cleaning those up. No, he's not mailing at all. Tried to get him on to run the session tonight for me, and he wouldn't do that either. He's being very unhelpful. Look at Evie lying here with her face covered because of all the lights. Yeah, I'm afraid he's being very camera reluctant at the moment.
Oh, it would too look great on the walls of Creole Castle.
Perfect. I think it would look great on any wall, to be honest. As I said, I'm very envious of Wes. He's actually going to see the final product. I might have to pay for him to ship it to me just so I can have a look at it. No, Chris is not a mailer. Vinegar, Dawn, if you make up a vinegar dip of 1 part vinegar to 3 parts water. Dip your, so this is for your copper, your jewelry brass, your bronze, that sort of thing. Dip it in there. Usually, 30 seconds is usually heaps. Make sure you thoroughly rinse it off and dry it. If you don't dry it, you're going to end up with watermarks all over it. Your sterling silver, look, I prefer to tumble all of that sort of stuff. I've never had any luck with that whole aluminium foil and baking soda thing or whatever it is that you see on the internet. But apparently that's a good way of cleaning. Oh, good. Thank you, Wes, because I really want to see it.
To be perfectly honest.
To be really frank, I really want to pick it up and play with it. And I think we've got cleaning recommendations, Sonia, on all of the jump ring sections for the various metals at the beginning. I think it's on nearly all of them, isn't it, Chris?
Yes, on all the category pages.
On all the category pages there, and it's also in the blog somewhere. I think most of the information on the category pages came from the blog. But if you look on the blog or look on the category pages, there's cleaning recommendations there all the way. But yeah, bright aluminium, warm soapy water is the best thing because it doesn't actually tarnish, it just gets grubby. But your coppers, your jewelry brass, your bronzes, they all tarnish, so they need to be dealt with a little bit differently. I've never tried lemon oil, Shirley. Don't know about that. And like I said, I've never had any luck with the aluminium foil, with the sterling silver. I've never seen that miraculously clean. I always tumble my stuff or use the cloths. All right, I'll do the second giveaway.
Yep.
So the second giveaway tonight is open to everybody, and it's a pair each. So we've got the wide nose pliers in the Xuron range, the chisel nose and the short nose. So 3 Xuron pliers. So if you want to go into the draw to win the 3 Xuron pliers, we just want to know what your favorite Marvel character is from the Marvel world. So type your answer into the chat session tonight. So only while we're live tonight will we take these. And we will collate all your names, put it into the spreadsheet, blah, 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 like we normally do. And we will let you guys know tomorrow morning who the winner for that is. Okay, so short nose, short wide nose, and chisel nose Xuron pliers. Groot.
I know there's a reason I like Julie.
Doctor Strange, yeah. I'm quite partial to Doctor Strange myself at the moment, so I'm totally down with that one. Well, you better follow along then, Michelle. Just say one of the ones that are being put up. Well, then, Stephen, you miss out. So sad.
So he's like Batman.
What's sad like Batman?
He does get pretty depressed sometimes, Batman.
Alarm didn't go off. Alarm didn't go off, Lisa. Oh no. Well, we're currently in the middle of giving away some pliers, the 3 Xuron chisel nose, short nose, and wide nose pliers. So to go into the draw to win that set, just tell us your favorite Marvel character. Anyone but Spider-Man. Wanda Maximoff, fair enough, Margaret. Grout. Groot, I think you might mean, but okay. No, Batman's not awesome. No, Batman's sad. Sorry.
Batman fans are pretty diehard.
Puck. I've got the chisel nose in my left hand and the short nose in my right hand, Scott. But if you answer the question, you might be able to win them in the prize. You're Batman? I'm Batman. Little bit of dumbass. What?
Badass. Jessica Jones.
No, Michelle Baines.
Oh.
Bloody auto text and a little bit of dumbass. Just lost a lot of respect to. Oh well, Stephen. Can't help that. I live to disappoint. Just ask my children. You answered, but you're not worthy. Sorry, what did you answer, Scott? I didn't see your answer. I'm sorry. It must have slipped up out of chat window for me.
Yeah, Scott, Iron Man. He's a Tony Stark fan.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I can live with that. Although he's really starting to annoy me, but anyway. Oh, you're the dumbass? What were you surprised about, Chris?
That there was no Batman reference in any of the inlays.
No. Didn't somebody ask? Oh, I don't know. I remember there being talk about it. Hey, Best. Lovely to see you. We're just doing a little prize giveaway at the moment. If you want to be in on it, we're giving away the pliers that I'm using here. Well, not these exact pliers, but the same type of pliers plus an extra set. So 3 pairs of pliers. If you can tell us what your favorite Marvel character is, if you know the Marvel world, and we can put your name in a prize in the draw, and you might win the prize. It's Damar.
So it's better in sounds better in French.
If you say so. All right. Oh. How's the weather over there? Oh dear. All right. So does anybody have anything else that they want to talk about tonight? I think we've got too much more. The Mail Club subscriptions are opening up in a couple of days. Mm-hmm. But what are we up to? June?
For June?
For June. God, this year's screaming away. Deadpool.
Okay. You haven't watched the Deadpool movie, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Several times.
Okay.
First chain on eBay. Well done, Scott. Or Stephen. Or Scott Stephen. Double names. I never know what to call you when it's double names. Stop laughing at me. Stop it or I'll turn the camera on you.
Okay, don't.
Oh, look, Shani, I want to do MailCon. A small part of me wants to do MailCon. And a really large part of me never wants to do MailCon again.
I want to do MailCon.
Look, I haven't written MailCon off, but I'm also really not in the middle of looking for anything. I don't know if you can see that, Sonia. So it's going to be a yin-yang symbol, basically. Something nice and easy. I don't have to think too hard. Come visit. They got sent out on Tuesday, Roslyn. Wednesday was a public holiday for Anzac Day. So they wouldn't have started shipping until arriving till Thursday. So I would say Monday or Tuesday. But you can contact me directly, and I can send you your tracking number if you want to do that. Look, Julie, we should do it again. I know we should. I would just like to make it a 2-day thing instead of a 1-day thing, but that takes a lot more organising on our behalf. Plus, we have to find tutors and things like that. Is that website even up anymore?
I'm sure we can get lots of volunteers.
Oh, yours has arrived, Leanne. I was wondering why Leanne was feeling lucky, but your cooking has really put the icing on the Mailcon cake. What are you crawling for, Julie? I have to admit, the last lunch we did was really yummy, wasn't it? I did enjoy the last lunch, but we should do it, and I always enjoy it once it's there, but it's the lead up to it that just about kills me. I mean, if we want to do a single day this year, then I think we could do it. If we want to make it if we want to make it a weekend this year, then I just don't think we're going to do it. Look, I'm happy for Ace to come along and tutor. Absolutely. Ace is in the area. Wes is more than welcome to come down. Night, Jane.
Oh, Miss Jane.
Oh, she's just saying good night. She just said good night just then. So if you guys are happy for it to be a 1-day event this year, then I'm happy to look into doing it. I'm just not keen to launch into a 2-day one this year. I think we've left that too late to do anything about. I don't know, Julie. Kelly's not doing much with Maille anymore. She's moved into photography in a big time. She may come back up, but she's doing a lot of travel and everything at the moment. See you later, Di. Thanks for dropping in. You come for a 1-day, Linda? We haven't seen you since the first one. Love to catch up with you again. All right, well, we'll look at organising a 1-day event. I think just to keep it simple, we'll stay with the school and everything as we normally do?
Yep.
I'll have to get in contact with the school because we don't have any kids at the primary school anymore. So I'll have to get in contact with them and see if we can hire the hall. But yeah, all right. We'll look at doing a 1-day event. It's held up here in the Blue Mountains, Natalie, up here near where we live. We usually hold it at our local primary school. We hire out their hall. Yeah, Julie, I can always ask her. Found a way into the Goblin's King Castle. All right, Stephen. Well, that sounds very important.
We're playing Labyrinth.
Oh, okay.
Good luck, Stephen.
All right, well, I'll get the ball rolling then with Malcon, all right, guys? I promise we will. We'll get a one-dayer going this year again. We'll look into the possibility of extending it past that down the track. It usually is fun bast. We didn't do it last year. We got ourselves too caught up with other stuff, and we didn't actually get it last year. So we're well and truly due to run another one. So yeah, we'll let you guys know. We'll send out a newsletter once we get some more details worked out. That sound like a plan, babe?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the Labyrinth board game.
There's not a lot in this area, surprisingly, Wes. There is down in Penrith. You've got the Penrith Leagues Club. They've got a big motel down there. There's a couple in the area, but the Blue Mountains surprisingly doesn't have a lot of motels, hotels, that sort of thing. I think we found one up in Falconbridge, which is 10-15 minutes up the road, and the same down in Penrith, which is a similar time away in the other direction. If you go to the Malcon website, the couple of places that we found that we recommended are listed in the on the website. Okay. Yeah, if it's stuck, I have had a little bit of drop frames, but not very much. 1.1%.
Yeah, try a refresh.
Yeah, just a refresh will do it. Yeah, it's Katoomba's more like 40 minutes away from here, so I mean, yeah, look, and they'd be beautiful places to stay as well. So it depends on how far you want to drive, I guess, from where we are. All right, Caitlin, well, thanks for joining us. Go and rest your feet by the sounds of things. Okay. And that's it, babe?
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to add.
All right. Well, if no one else has got any more questions or anything they want to be talking about, you'll be flying, Kim, on your broomstick. Hey, I just thought I'd get in before anybody else did.
It's because it's our preferred method of transport.
Yeah. So, all right. We'll work out dates and everything. We usually do it through school holidays.
Around October.
I think it was October last year, which we decided was a fairly good time to do it. You can catch a train up to Blaxland Station, Shirley, and we can organise a pickup from Blaxland to Mount Riverview, where we are. No plans of going at the moment, Kate, to be honest. Maybe depend. I don't even know when it is, to be honest. Do you know when the medieval Black Fair is? When is it, Kate? All right, Rosalind, thanks for joining us, sweetheart. We'll catch up with you next time. Is Ace going as well, is she? Mr. Ace. You terrible Muriel. Did you say when it was,
Yep,
Kate?
and the Sunday.
Yeah, that doesn't help. 20th of... I'm sorry to sound dense here. It's usually a bit of fun, Lisa, to be honest, having Malcolm. Like I said, it's the lead up to it. I'm a bit of a stress head, so it's usually not a pretty sight. But once the day arrives, it's usually a lot of fun. I think we did have 3 tutors lined up last year, but we had 1 pull out. But that was nice. We had, not last year, the year before. We were making baby dragons and anodizing rings and doing all sorts of things. May 20th. Thank you, Kate.
We'll put it on the whiteboard.
Let me see. So May.
But we could.
Oh, it's not May that I'll be going. You know how I said? Yeah, it's June. I was telling my... Oh, never mind. 20th of May. Possibly. Possibly, Kate.
Could do a male meetup. It gets pretty crowded there, though.
I was going to say, there's nowhere to sit, or there's very little tables or anything like that. That's my problem, is there's nowhere to sit down. And all right, guys. Well, we might leave it at that, babe.
Yep.
So we'll let you know about MailCon. No, that's not MailCons, Natalie. That's the medieval fair at Blacktown on the 20th of May. No, we won't be doing it in May. We won't be doing it until probably October. Quite possibly whenever. Usually we do it through the school holidays. A lot of that was to help accommodate for Kelly because she was a teacher and needed to do it over the school holidays. So
can mix it up.
We'll have a look and see what happens, but we will get something worked out. Well, Wes, that's no good. When won't you be in the UK? We'll work it around that. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, we'll get back to you about MailCon. I will commit to it this year. That'll make Chris happy. Yeah, he's doing a little dance of joy over there. And we will catch up with you next week. So next week is the first of our May kits, which is the square JPL 5, which is a very cool weave. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy that very, very much. And we'll let you guys know tomorrow who the winners are of the 2 prizes. So thanks for coming along and sticking with us. And we'll back on the 15th of October. All right, Wes, we'll keep that in consideration. If you seriously want to come down and do a MailCon with us, then we would love to see Wes. Absolutely. All right, well, enjoy your lunch, Bast. Thanks for joining us. It was really cool to see you here. Good night to everybody else. Or good morning to Lisa. I know it's still Lisa's still early morning over there. Early morning. Well, Linda, you can just sit in the corner and not JPL then. No, you'll love JPL 5, especially the square rings. It's super easy. Super easy.
Yeah, you didn't swear once.
Not really, no. The round BA ones was a little bit more squarey, but a squaring is perfect. All right then, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Really do appreciate you coming along to these chat sessions. And we'll keep in contact with you through the week through Aussie Mailers. All right. Take care. Bye.